Sit tight because you're not going to want to miss this. Trump just sent out a warning to Pritzker. But what he really did next, Chicago hasn't seen anything like it in years. I want y'all to watch this.
I'm signing an executive order today that will launch the Protecting Chicago initiative. This is a project that builds on the months of preparation that we have done that has led up to this very moment. This order affirms that the Chicago Police Department will not collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or civil immigration enforcement. We will not have our police officers who are working hard every single day to drive down crime deputized to do traffic stops and checkpoints for the president. We do not want to see tanks in our streets. We do not want to see families ripped apart. We do not want grandmothers thrown into the back of unmarked vans. We don't want to see homeless Chicagoans harassed or disappeared by federal agents. And so this executive order makes it emphatically clear that this president is not going to come in and deputize our police department.
The gall on this guy. I mean, the sheer irony, man. Protecting Chicago or protecting your own politics, my guy? Y'all let me know. It's pretty clear for me to see what he's actually trying to protect. While the city bleeds, Brandon Johnson's signing papers to keep Trump's help out. How does that make sense? These Democrats don't want peace. They need chaos because that's going to keep their money flowing. He's bragging about blocking tanks. But guess what he's rolling in next? Or what's rolling in next, rather? In your city, my guy. ICE. But before I show you the real flood that's coming, look at how Chicago residents are reacting on the ground of this.
Do y'all job. We need the National Guard in this motherfucker. I'm tired of these young niggas with this dumb shit. Okay? I used to be one of y'all, and I get it, but enough is enough. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of you young niggas fucking up the city. All y'all need to go to fucking jail. Everybody. The National Guard need to come in this bitch and sweep every goddamn hood in the world. If you standing outside, you're going to jail. Everybody. I'm sick of this shit. That's what we need to do. We need to clean up our motherfucking city. I'm tired of this shit. I don't got no more body parts for no more bullets. I've been shot in the back, I've been shot in the leg, and I've been got my damn near my big toe blew off. Minding my motherfucking business. Minding my motherfucking business. I'm tired of this shit, bruh. And then on top of that, I done got shot 3 separate times. Now, mind you, I'm traumatized, right? So if a motherfucker look at me wrong, I'm gonna be ready to kill him. Soon as a motherfucker say some shit to me, I'm traumatized, bro. From getting shot too many times. Soon as a motherfucker start rah-rah shit, I be thinking I'm gonna kill this nigga. Do you understand that I wake up every day happy? Do you understand I have a good life? I don't walk outside mad and hate the world and coming out with anger and starting shit. I live good. I have a damn good life. So when I come outside, I just want to be happy. I just want to do my shit and stay out the way. We need the National Guard to come in this motherfucker and take all these dumb ass niggas to jail.
By the way, there's nothing I can do about the delay with his audio. I don't know what's going on with that.
We don't need nothing but get money niggas in the world. Because when nigga get money, nigga come outside happy. Nigga ain't looking for trouble. I'm sorry, you YNs, all that. I respect what y'all got going on, but I am tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired. You tattoo-faced niggas run around this motherfucker with machine guns and shit. Bro, all y'all doing is killing innocent people. You're killing kids. You're killing people who ain't got shit to do with nothing. Like, if you that motherfucking tough, the nigga you need to run up, grab him, kidnap his ass, and take him where you want to do him and kill him that way. Stop all this extra goofy shit. I'm sick of this shit, bruh. We need to vote that Trump get the National Guard in Chicago. I'm one of the motherfuckers that's losing. My health is starting to get affected. I'm 45 years old. I got a 40 caliber bullet in my fucking back. Big ass hole in my back. I got a big ass.
Now, of course, for the low IQs who may have seen that, I want to go ahead and point out that no, he was not given literal instructions for YNs to go out there and commit more murders. He was merely expressing his frustration and saying that, hey, you guys are killing innocent people and people who have nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't be killing nobody in the first place, but the innocent people in the crossfire, that is just 10 times like what, you know? He's living it. Shot 3 times, toe blown off, and he's quite literally begging for help. Yeah, man, when every day Chicagoans are crying out like this, man, you know the city hall has failed. It is not just him. Check out how Chicago's privileged class tries to pretend it's all good.
Liberals in Chicago have the privilege of being able to say that we don't need the National Guard here in Chicago. They have the privilege of saying that because they keep themselves in their careful bubbles of Lincoln Park, Wicker Park. They stay up in some of the northern areas and they go and frolic at the beach, playing volleyball and pickleball and tennis in these areas where it's clean. There's minimal crime. Of course you feel like we don't need the National Guard because you've never stepped foot on the actual south and west side. Elitist, progressives, and leftist white Chicagoans have the privilege of not needing the National Guard in order to feel safe in their communities. They walk out their door in the morning with their babies to go get a quick coffee and their kid on a scooter with a helmet. That's privilege. That's the same privilege that you claim you want to be a part of unpacking and getting away from. It's the yuppie white women in Chicago who want to scream about Trump being fascist, yet they keep themselves carefully, safely tucked away in Lincoln Park. Come to Woodlawn. And not the cute part. No, go past 63rd. Come to Auburn Gresham.
Yeah, 63rd. Woo.
Chatham. Inglewood.
I don't think I've been to Inglewood.
Get on your scooter there. And do it about 7 o'clock. Okay. If you're not going to do that, mind your business.
Woo. Now, I'm with Michael Jackson on the part where it says it don't matter if you're black or white, but on the privilege part, I feel like there is class privilege. When people talk about white privilege, not privilege, it's class privilege. If you white or black and you got bread and you set up your children and so this privilege, okay, that we all want to be able to give to our kids, might I add. But to her point outside of the obvious complex, the identity complex, the color thing, black and white, I'll just say the elites are sipping lattes in Lincoln Park and don't want to help because they don't need it. The families on the south side are dodging bullets daily. Privilege versus reality, rather, is killing people. Now, let's back that up with cold, brutal numbers real quick, y'all.
What President Trump is doing is unprecedented and unwarranted. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is un-American. In the Oval Office, Donald Trump looked at the assembled cameras and asked for me personally to say, Mr. President, can you do us the honor of protecting our city? Instead, I say, Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
So this is what we are going through in Chicago, and for the governor and the Democrats, Brandon Johnson, to have a problem with President Trump coming in and want to make our streets safer, it's disgusting. These people are evil, and like President Trump said, they are incompetent.
Now, this post comes with context. 35 human beings shot before the grill smoke even cleared, y'all. Right here. Let me make this smaller for y'all. At least 35 people have already been shot, 5 fatally, and the holiday isn't even over yet. Families are grieving while Chicago leaders play politics. And yet Pritzker and Johnson are still saying, don't come. Think about that. And sadly, while families are grieving, voices inside the city are calling it exactly what it is. Come on, Danielle.
I just woke up to some tragic news, and I want to send out condolences out to the family on behalf of Chicago Flips Red. I just received news that between sundown Saturday and sunrise today, 25 people were shot across Chicago. 3 of them lost their lives. Nearly half of the victims were targeted in a pair of mass shootings, both involving drive-by gunmen who opened fire on a large crowd. With one of the mass shootings, this report comes from Chi-Town Crime Chaser. Big ups to him. This happened on 36th and State, mass shooting, 5 people shot. Chicago police are investigating a mass shooting that left 5 people wounded at an after party overnight. CPD was merely monitoring a large after party, which started at another nearby location, celebrating Stateway Gardens Project reunion. Shots were fired at the party, which made CPD call in a 10-1 emergency, prompting a large response from multiple districts. CPD located several gunshot victims on the scene. Some self-reported to the hospitals. CPD found a rifle in the passenger seat of a car. This is what I've been saying on every platform that I've been on. When I went on CNN on the Victor Blackwell show, when he started telling me about the crime statistics and how they're down, and I keep telling these people, you can't tell us that crime is down because we're experiencing what's going on in our communities. You can't tell us what's going on. We know what's happening. We know how dangerous it is. We know that it's not safe. And you want us to listen to Pritzker and Brandon Johnson. Now, Pritzker told us how safe our communities was while he was downtown on the boat. And you want us to listen to him. You want us to listen to Brandon Johnson, who have 150 police detail that's protecting his family, his kids, his wife, and him. And you want us to listen to those people tell us that crime is down in our communities when this is 6 mass shootings in the span of 2 months. So yes, we need help. President Trump, we welcome you to Chicago to help our communities and our streets and our city and state become safer. Yes, we welcome you, and we are going to hold these elected officials. We're going to hold all of these Democrats accountable for what they did and what they're doing come election day. So I just want to send my deepest condolences out to the family. And yeah, I just, enough is enough. We are tired and we want our streets safe.
Danielle Carter, she nails it, man. Y'all see these posts. She sends prayers, then she pulls the mask off. Leaders know it's unsafe. That's why Johnson hides behind 150 cop detail. He's protected, but unfortunately, you're not. And that's when Trump himself had to step in with a warning that shook Chicago politics to the core. Now, let me take y'all back to the screen. Trump warns Pritzker over Chicago crime. He better straighten it out fast. Well, President Trump doubled down on his warnings to Illinois' governor on Saturday to get Chicago crime under control or possibly be subjected to a federal law enforcement takeover. 6 people were killed and 24 people were shot in Chicago last weekend. And J.B. Pritzker, the weak and pathetic governor of Illinois, just said that he doesn't need help in preventing crime. Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social, he is crazy and he better straighten it out fast or we're coming. MAGA, President DJT. If you put MAGA and DJT at the end of that, he's serious. Trump's threat marks the latest in the back and forth between the president and the Democratic governor since Trump suggested he would deploy National Guard troops in Chicago. Yeah, Trump didn't just offer help. He warned Pritzker point blank. You either clean it up or the feds will. And what happened right after, this is what a panic set in because what rode in next wasn't the guard.
We've already had ongoing operations with ICE in Chicago and throughout Illinois and other states, making sure that we're upholding our laws. But we do intend to add more resources to those operations. I won't disclose the details because they are law enforcement and investigative folks that are on the ground there, and I want to make sure we keep their security our number one priority. But we will continue to go after the worst of the worst across the country, like President Trump has told us to do, focusing on those that are perpetuating murder and rape and trafficking of drugs and humans across our country, knowing that every single citizen deserves to be safe. We've already had ongoing operations with...
Boom. ICE flooding Chicago. So you can see Trump flipped the script. You don't want the guard? Fine. We'll send, the one force you can't stop. Or you can't spin away with speeches either. And ICE isn't coming for grandmas. They're coming for the rapists, the killers, the traffickers. And if you just so happen to be a grandma that's illegal, okay, I might have just, I don't want to lie. They not specifically targeting grandmas. Unless, okay, yeah, grandmas are on the list too. But here's the kicker. While ICE moves in, I want you to look at how Pritzker still tries to downplay reality.
What we won't do, however, is engage in what is a federal effort. That is to say, they have their job, immigration. We have our job, which is to fight violent crime on the streets of our city. And by the way, we're succeeding at that job. But when they bring people in and don't coordinate with us, they're going to cause enormous problems. What we won't do, however...
Succeeding. Pritzker. I don't even care if I'm saying his name right. But if you're succeeding, why are people begging for Trump? Why are the weekends turning into war zones? Why are families burying their children while you say don't come? And if you're so confident, walk through Inglewood at midnight without security. We'll wait. Or at least walk through Inglewood with a camera. For Chicago, this isn't about politics anymore. It's about survival. Trump sent out that warning. ICE flooded, and Chicago leaders are panicking while residents are cheering the National Guard to come. And if you think that in this moment, rather like a Brandon Johnson or Pritzker's perspective on this right now, and their approach is the best route, man, all I can do is pray for you. Smash subscribe to join Team Think. Real quick, let me think. Put Trump's not playing around. Well, no, that's too long. Trump's not playing. That's 3 words. There we go. Trump's not playing. If you made it to the end of the video, I don't know why it took me so long to come up with something. Y'all be safe. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.